And yes, Canva is lying to you multiple times even. Really? Yes. And I'm going to show you three different ways that they are. And I know how it sounds. Yet, if you're a founder, startup, or even a small business attempting your own branding and design, you need to hear this. So step away from the DIY tools and be sure to stick around to the end to know how to present your business professionally like the big brands do, with ease. So let's take a look. What the heck am I talking about? Right? Let's find the first lie. Canva here, I just did a search in Brave, and it says this is a free to use online graphic design tool. It is not. It says it's a graphic design platform. That's the first lie. So let's look strategically at the core of this definition. What is graphic design? So this is what Wikipedia is saying. Graphic design is a profession, an academic discipline, and an applied art that involves creating visual communication intended to transmit specific messages to certain groups with specific objectives. Its practice involves creativity, innovation, and strategic thinking, using tools, text, and graphics to communicate visually. The role of the graphic designer is that of the encoder and interpreter of the message. Graphic design communicates complex ideas in a clear and accessible way to build trust and credibility, and encourages consumers to take action. And finally, graphic design is created by professionally trained graphic designers. Canva has commandeered that word, design, and they're selling you on a huge lie to get you hooked and eventually buy in, right? Design made easy. Free templates. No design experience needed. This is the lie. Design anything. Right. You can't call yourself a heart surgeon by walking in the hospital and picking up a knife. You need formal training and experience, years of it. Just because I have a computer and an internet and access to DIY tools doesn't mean I can create professional design. So what is Canva then? Let's take a look at a phrase that Canva doesn't want to use, even though it's true. They use the word design since it's short and simple, yet it's not what they offer. 100% not. Canva offers desktop publishing tools. So what the heck is desktop publishing? Let's take a look. When someone creates documents using dedicated software on a personal desktop computer, short for desktop publisher, a DTPer has no degree, formal training, or any qualifications that pertain to the field of graphic design. And desktop publishing is created from any visually untrained enthusiast with a desktop computer that has access to these DIY tools. Now, back in the day when Apple first put out the Macintosh desktop computer, that phrase was used, and it's been phased out for using a shorter, more simpler word, design. Yet, the more it's been used, the more it's become false advertising as well. Mostly found on Etsy, Canva, and the other DIY marketplaces. So you've been roped into thinking that you can create graphic design and that you're a designer because you have access to DIY tools, when you now know that you can't. Why? Because you're untrained. You're simply publishing from your desktop. That's the lie number one. You're not a designer. You're not creating graphic design unless you're a trained professional. And if you're not, then you're simply a desktop publisher doing desktop publishing. Lie number two is that whenever they use the word professional design or they use the word design, that's lie number two. And that's the really big one. All professional designers can tell you this. Design starts with strategy. Yet Canva skips this step completely, simply handing over tools and saying, you're a designer. False. Design is never created without a strategic approach. The why, who, what, and more. What's your mission, vision? Who's the audience? What's your personality? You won't find any of that in Canva, which means there are so many directions to get lost in and be confused and frustrated and just grab something that looks like style. Canva skips the most important step. There's no discovery, no brand clarity, no strategic approach, and that's to your disaster. So I'd only recommend using it for personal use only. Like what you see here, kids' soccer games, garage sales this weekend, that kind of thing. No professional business. Yet they're saying because you have the tools, you can grab the clip art and use the stylized templates. Call yourself a designer and now you're doing graphic design. False. So without strategy leading the design process, you're simply pushing visual elements around the page and literally decorating with clip art and templates. And that's all it is. And number 3, the third lie we're exposing. Anything visual that I can copy and paste from a marketplace, especially for free, is clip art. It's not design. And definitely can't be called a logo. Design is custom. Everything else is clip art, including templates. Now, Canva is really a place for decorating with clip art and templates. Any artwork on the platform is for personal use only. That's all I recommend. Go to a professional graphic designer. Get a professionally made logo. Get the brand guidelines for your company so you know how to use the building blocks. And if you think, well, that's too expensive, I can't afford it, that's the last lie, and you're telling that to yourself. Breez is redefining design, allowing you to have quality, fast, affordable, premium design solutions in minutes. Breez will walk you through the strategic design process in 4 minutes flat, from designing your brand's DNA to strategic brand naming with taglines and concepts, and even strategic brand logos with design rationale and concepts as well. Then you can hand that over to me for that final personal human touch from a branding expert of 20 plus years to make sure that the quality is high and you get exactly what you and your business need to succeed in the market. A logo, your brand's building blocks, usage rules, and examples so you can go into the market with a brand that's strategically aligned with your unique DNA so you can thrive. That's the professional approach. Strategic, aligned, and unique to your business. And that makes all the difference. Canva may not be lying on purpose. They may simply not know what real design is. Yet now you do. If you're a founder, startup, or small business, you deserve more than just stylized clip art. You deserve strategic brand clarity that leads to brand identity. You deserve Breez. Try Breez today and experience the world's first strategic AI brand designer that can deliver you strategic brand design in minutes. And then hang out with me at the end of the process to get your award-winning design results in your inbox within hours. And for a small challenge, drop your Canva-made brand in the comments and I'll breeze it in the next video. Thanks for stopping by, and let's make design a breeze together. Ciao.